Good evening and welcome to day 4 of the Snooker and Dodge Doncaster Organisation Society, otherwise known as SADDOS Virtual Predictor. Now tonight we have our last 4 games of the first round. So we've already had 12 enthralling games before, and we've got our last 4 before tomorrow's second round fixtures commence. Now tonight we have Mark Selby versus Gary Wilson, who is filling in for Horace Lundrum. We have Ding Junhui against Ray Radin. We have Barry Hawkins versus Terry Griffiths. And last but by no means least, we have Neil Robertson versus Joe Perry, who is debuting for the legendary John Pulman. Okay, so tonight, again, it's the first of 10 before we get to the first of 13 tomorrow. So we have Mark Selby, who is the 3 times World Snooker Champion. He is up against Gary Wilson, who was a semi-finalist last year, losing out to Judd Trump, I believe, in the semi-final. He is also a Welsh Open semi-final and a European Masters semi-final. And he is filling in for legendary Australian Horace Lundrum, who won the title in 1952. Okay, there's not too many people on this SADDOS predictor will remember it. Phil? So, let's crack on. Mark Selby for a place in the second round. We have a victory. He has beaten Gary Wilson 10-6. Mark Selby, the jester from Leicester, 10. Gary Wilson filling in for Horace Lundrum, 6. Now we have Ding Junhui versus Ray Radin. Now, Ding Junhui, 3 times UK Championship winner. He became the first Asian to reach the World Snooker Final, and that was in 2016, where he lost out to Ronnie O'Sullivan, I believe. And he is playing against Ray Radin, the 6 times World Snooker Champion, an absolute legend. Somebody would say one of the legends of the modern era. Fantastic player. Ding Junhui, good friend of the SADDOS, a good Sheffield man, not too far from here. Ding Junhui versus Ray Radin. Ding Junhui is through. He has gone through with an ace. Ding Junhui, commiserations to Ray Radin. Ding Junhui, 10. Ray Radin, 0. He's been nilled. Raymond, you legend, but you've been nilled by Ding. 10-0. Fascinating. Now we have Barry Hawkins versus Terry Griffiths. Barry Hawkins, a 4 times World Snooker Championship semi-finalist and a finalist in 2016, I'm going to say. We lost, I believe, again to Ronnie O'Sullivan, which many a player has, against Terry Griffiths, who was a winner in 1978 or 79. Yeah, 1979. I'm thinking I've written that down, 1979. And a runner-up in 1988. Barry Hawkins, there's Terry Griffith. Barry Hawkins has gone out. He has gone out to the methodical Terry Griffith. Terry Griffith, 10. Barry Hawkins, 5. 10-5. Now we have the final game of the first round, where we have the Thunder from Down Under, Neil Robertson versus Gentleman Joe Perry, filling in for John Pulman. Now, as we know, the Thunder from Down Under, Neil Robertson, winner in 2010. For me, one of the modern day greats, stylish, gets around the table. I was watching a bit today. He played against Mark Selby in one of the games that the BBC had on, and just fantastic. He was 5-2 down and he just played this unbelievable century break. What a cool player. Went to Wales a couple of years ago, and I didn't go for the snooker, just went for the week, and I bumped into him in the Welsh shopping centre, but I was too nervous to ask for a picture. But I said, hello, how you doing, Neil? And he said, alright Mark, a good friend of SADDOS. But I digress. So he's playing against Gentleman Joe Perry, a 2008 semi-finalist. Filling in for John Pulman. Now, I was doing a bit of research and reading about old JP, and John Pulman had multiple successes in the World Snooker Championship between 1964 and 1968. Some would say it was before the postmodern era, which started in 1969, where he was a semi-finalist. He never got beyond the semi-finals in the post year after 1969. Now's his chance. Let's see if he can get further in the SADDOS predictor. Gentleman Joe is helping him out. Neil Robertson, the Thunder from Down Under, has gone through with a 7 of hearts. Neil Robertson 10, Gentleman Joe Perry 10-4. Ladies and gents, that concludes the fixtures and the results for the first round. Well, I'll do a bit of a tally up ahead of tomorrow. The fixtures are seeded, so we'll know who plays everybody. So the winner of match 1 plays the winner of match 2, 3, 4, all the way down to 15 and 16 of the games. So I'll leave you with that. Total up your score if you remember, up to 5 points on offer for a correct score. If you pull a correct result, you get 2 points. Nice range of points on offer tonight. No aces pulled, which is always good. Good evening, fellas.